I'm Philip Yorke and I'm a wildlife artist. When I was at primary school, I was invited to enter a competition for a scholarship to Harrow art school. And fortunately, I did get in at 12 years old, and there I was in the mornings doing art, and in the afternoons I was actually doing my A's and O's. Well, I think from the day I could hold a pencil I was an artist, because I remember painting and drawing from a very early age, and I think that's why I was selected at the primary school, because everybody knew that I could draw. So most of my life I spent in advertising and was making commercials for a lot of big brands. I've been working up here in Norfolk for the last 2 years, but only recently got back into producing wildlife paintings. When I was at primary school, I had a teacher called Mrs. Whiffin, and Mrs. Whiffin really introduced us to nature, and we'd go out occasionally into the woods and collect leaves off the trees and catch some moths and name the moths, and Mrs. Whiffin was very instrumental in awakening my love of wildlife and nature. I was inspired by the Impressionists, because I loved their work. With the Impressionists, they were really creating much more than an atmosphere, because they were involving you in the picture, and you could interpret it and the colours in a way that any way you wanted, really. Monet and Gauguin and Pissarro and all these people, they're and Whistler, they're just amazing to see, and Turner, of course. I like to think that I've captured some of the atmosphere that they managed to capture in my work, but I also like to think that I can create an atmosphere on my own. I like to add a bit of drama to the picture, so as in one of them, the swans flying over a London skyline, which you don't normally see, because you normally see them flying over lakes and rivers. So flying over a set of railway signals is, I quite like that. And I've been trying to discover my art style, because it varies from day to day. But I like to think I can use the light, well in my pictures. I decided, because I like nature, it would be nice if I could work at Pensthorpe. So they said, yes, we're looking for volunteers, so that would be great. So I did join them, and I was, moving brush and cutting trees down and doing all kinds of stuff like that. I did take my sketchbook in. They first of all thought I was making notes about them, but I wasn't, of course. I took it in to do some sketching, because it's such a beautiful environment there for sketching. But without taking my sketchbook in, I probably wouldn't be doing wildlife now, because I've mostly been a landscape artist. But then I realised that, because it worked well with my love of nature and my love of birds, and subsequently did this big mural, which is on the wall of the new play centre. So here we are at Pensthorpe Natural Park. I produced this mural behind me. It's quite a large bit of work. It's about 20 foot square, and but it has gone down very well with the parties and so on that they have here. I am passionate about the natural world. Pensthorpe Natural Park in North Norfolk is a fantastic place, rich in wildlife, and its sites have greatly influenced my work and inspired my creativity. I was moving brush from along this area here, and I saw this and I thought, well, that's really attractive, I must bring my sketchbook. So I did that. It has been very good, and I've enjoyed every minute of being at Pensthorpe, and as you can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful environment. I mean, you don't have to be an artist to appreciate it. I think everybody and all the children who come here really love it, and there's so much to see and so much wildlife and diversity. A special exhibition took place at St Giles House Hotel in Norwich to help establish myself as a wildlife artist. Also to raise money for charities that are important to me. The turnout was fantastic. My work received positive feedback from the public, And the event helped raise money for good causes too. It was a really good and positive experience, and a big learning curve for me, because this is the first time I've really got into wildlife art, so it's a whole new world for me. And I'm really enjoying it because it's so close to my heart.